Hi, today we are going to detect objects using SSD MobileNet version 3. So this will be our test image and this will be the outcome. As you can see, we are detecting a person and a car based on the COCO dataset. We will also do similar object detection based on a video. So let's start coding. First of all, let's create a new and fresh Python file. Let's name it object detection using SSD MobileNet v3.py. This is I will leave two media files. This is the a video file of a bird. So we're expecting to detect a bird and also the man near the car. First of all, you have to go to this website and download the weights and the config file of the MobileNet SSD v3. I've already downloaded those files and put it in a folder on my local machine. And here I will copy paste the link for the weights and the config file, the model, and also for the coco.names, which contains the list of the detected objects, the 80 coco categories. Now let's define some variables for the path for the config file and for the model as well. So this is the path in my local machine. You can store the files wherever you like. It should be available on your local machine. Okay, it's a simple copy paste for those files. Now the COCO labels, you can download from the link. I already put it as part of the code, so you can use my file, you can download your own, but basically you need to define a path for these COCO names categories. Now let's create an instance of the model using the OpenCV DNN detection functions, and we will send both variables to this function. Let's create an empty list for all the detected labels, and the next command is loading all the COCO labels, all these 80 categories that can be detected using our model. So basically we are just loading all the categories names. Shortly I will print the results so it will be more clear. I have to fix, I forgot to put the suffix add.pp. Now it's good. Let's run it. As you can see, we have 80 categories, and these are all the names of the categories. A very simple load process of a txt file. Now let's run an object detection on our image. This image, man and the car. So this is the path for our test image. Now let's load the image based on the OpenCV IM read function. Now let's define several crucial arguments for our model. For example, the SSD v3, the MobileNet SSD v3 was trained with a dimension of 320 by 320. So basically we need to resize it. So this is the target of those functions. So we have to define those four arguments or parameters for our SSD v3 model, and after that we are ready for the detection. So now we would like to detect all the objects in our image. We're expecting to detect a man, a person, and the car. So we will run the model.detect and send the image. our image and the threshold for the confidence. Let's define it as 0.6, and the return values will be all the classes and the confidences of the classes. For example, as you can see, it defined the value 1 and 3. So its classes 1 is a person and 3 is a car. So the detection works very well. So if we have a list of classes, then we basically have a list of boxes, and we are expecting to extract the boxes and put it on our objects. So now let's run through all the classes and confidences and boxes, and in each iteration we will grab the relevant class ID and its box. So now we are grabbing the dimension, left, top, width and height of each class, and next we are converting the class into a class name. So now we are expecting to extract the text file, the text value of a car and a person, and not only the numbers. And now, as you can see, we have a car and we have a person. Great, let's continue to the next step. Now we would like to draw a rectangle around of each of the detected objects. So we are sending several arguments: the image and the left of position, the left upper position, and the right lower position. These are the dimensions of the starting point and the ending point of our rectangle, and also the color and how thick is the rectangle. Then we will add a text in a similar position, just 10 pixels above our rectangle, and also we will choose a font and how thick is the font, and also the color of the font. And at last, after running through all the detected classes, let's show our image along with the detected values. So let's run it. And now, as you can see, it's the same image with a person and a car with a green rectangle. Great. Now let's continue to the next step, and we would like to do an object detection on a video. So as you see earlier, we have a video with a bird, and we would like to try to detect this bird using the same technique. So first of all, we would use the CV2 video capture function to load or to create an instance variable for the video. And let's define the variable names number of frame, just to stop the process after 5 seconds. So it will be approximately 40 or 45 frames. We don't want to wait for the whole video. Now we are defining a while loop, and in each iteration we are capturing the frame out of our cap variable. And if the number of frame is more than 45, then we will break the loop. So we will see the video only for about 5 seconds. Now let's reduce the size of our image by 40%. The main target is to make the detection in less time. So if it's a big image, it will take time to reduce the size of each image inside our loop. So we are decreasing the size of our image by 30%. So this would be our new width and new height. And next we will use the OpenCV resize function to create a new image that is reduced by 40%. So the name of our new image would be resized. So now we will do basically the same process with one image. We will run the detect function and send our resized image with the same threshold, confidence threshold, and we are expecting to get back the classes and the boxes for each class. As for now, just let's run it for our loop. As you can see the results, there is a value of 16. That means that each time a frame was captured and being detected, a 16 class was found. Probably it's a bird. So next, if a class was detected, then we will run our loop to grab all the boxes inside this frame. Basically, it's the same process for a single image. So running through the for loop, we are extracting the dimensions of the detected box, and we will continue to the next step of converting the value to the category name, and we will also draw a rectangle around our object and put the text with the name of the category. Since we have 80 classes, we are just double check that the value is between 0 and 80, and only then we are converting the class number to a class value, to a category text. Let's print it. So now we're expecting to see a bird. We are printing the 16 value and the bird value, so basically you can see the category value and the category name. But it's working fine, so let's continue with adding the rectangle and also the text and the name of the category. Just have to replace it to the resized image. And after all this process, we would like to display our image that already contain the rectangle and the category text. And next, if someone will click the Q button, we can break it after 1 or 2 seconds. We don't have to wait all the 5 seconds. That's it. Let's run and see the result. As you can see, we have a bird, it's a video. We are displaying the value and also the bounding box. Great. Thank you very much. You are most welcome to subscribe my channel. See you in my next video. Bye bye.